One of the most important jobs for a game master is to populate the world with memorable characters. Some are friends, some are enemies, and some don't even care that the party exists. But what happens when an NPC you create becomes despised? Those are the ones that, years later, still earn a visceral reaction. Those are the ones who become legends. This is the tale of how one relatively unimportant character became even more loathed than the true villain of the entire campaign. I can just whisper this character's name, and the immediate response I get is, that. Not even kidding, I literally mentioned I was working on this tale to my players at 1:55 in the middle of a workday, and within a minute, give or take 30 seconds, that was the response I got back. As an FYI, this story is tangentially related to the adventure Unwelcome Spirits from Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. Practically all of this story involves what is developed outside of the established adventure, but the setup might reveal some minor details. If you want to avoid spoilers, skip through to the end of the bar there. The background that you need to know is that there is a migratory clan of anthropomorphic creatures, think goblins, birdfolk, catfolk, bugbears, etc., that the more human-appearing ancestry is discriminated against. Their leader, a half-ogre named Blarful, hired the party to rescue his spiritual advisor, a goblin warlock named Geil'azi. Unfortunately, Geil'azi had been captured by a band of lizardfolk. Even more unfortunately, Geil'azi's patron, a shadow demon named Gorglesh, had possessed her body. The party managed to rescue her, but killed her patron in the process, leaving her virtually powerless. Alright, now that the setup is complete, let's introduce our heroic trio. Harmony is playing her tiefling fighter Indra, the dragonborn cleric Torcanamir is in for Willy, and the ferocious bunny is playing as the halfling wizard Brooklyn. And this was our 5th session in the Homebrew World campaign that I had created. They have all just returned from their rescue mission, bringing Geil'azi back to her grateful clan. Quite early, it becomes clear that Geil'azi wants to keep mum the news that she lost her powers when her patron was killed. She goes to the party to deliver the reward that Chief Blarful offered them, as well as express her gratitude. I wanted to thank you for not informing Chief Blarful about my, difficulties. Yeah, no problem. I do appreciate your discretion on that.
Yeah, well, so long as there's something in it for us, right?
Well, would you look at that? It only took them 30 seconds to leap right to extortion. Something I know for a fact because this session was being recorded for posterity. For the record, I had planned for Geil'azi to provide an additional payment as a gesture of goodwill, if not an incentive. That intention quickly fell off the table when the mood shifted. Okay, well, one hint nudge nudge of a bribe is bad, but understandable. At least they're not doing something that would be really frowned upon, like even considering making a second such suggestion.
What's your deal, Geil'azi?
Yeah, is there anything else you need?
I would better understand if you are planning to tell others about my situation.
Your inability to cast magic?
Yes.
Yeah, shh. She's Torcanamir.
Well, like I said, what's in it for us?
Must something be in it for you?
Apparently for him, jeez.
I mean, you know, it would just help motivate us.
I think you can see in that clip the moment my beard started to turn gray. And it just never stopped. I had thought, perhaps, that honor would outweigh greed in some cases.
I mean, we did save your life.
For which you are being compensated. And that's a true point. There was a bunch of good stuff given to the party for this quest, including a hefty purse of 120 gold pieces, a fortune for a trio of level 3 adventurers. But I mean, it is mostly just Torcanamir pushing for some extra cheddar to buy his silence. It's not like this is a universal trait of our heroic trio.
I mean, I'm not here to meddle in your business, but if something were to slip out and...
Are you threatening me?
I'm not.
Never.
I am not doing that at all.
How can
At
we
this point, I'm going to walk away from the tent. Like, I'm not part of this.
Now, I may be just a simple game master who spins yarns in front of a camera, but I submit to you that after reviewing all of this evidence, my heroic players may in fact be villains. I would, however, like to commend Ferocious Bunny here. She at least is distancing herself from this quite horrific shakedown and is conducting herself like the secret child of two renowned heroes of the realm, Gold Star. The rest of them, however...
Is the truth really such a threat to you?
Yes, indeed. If it got out that I did not have the powers that I was supposed to have, it could destroy this clan. This is not about keeping power, this is about keeping the clan safe.
From what we've seen, you seem to be taking advantage of that power, so you can imagine how skeptical we would be of you wanting to retain that power.
Geil'azi departs in a rage, and in my head I'm thinking, okay, that was an unexpected turn, but at least it's behind us.
I think we should have just killed her.
It's okay. It's okay. They don't have to deal with her ever again. We're just gonna go ahead and move forward. Over the next 2 hours and 20 minutes of the session, without any further incidents, the party gets commissioned from Chief Blarflo to go report a foreign army's encroachment to officials of the kingdom they're in. It's a small little side quest. Throw in 15 gold for each player's trouble, then get them set up with a guide the next morning to take them to where they need to go. They meet their goblin guide Drux the next morning, and he gives them their extra pay. At this point, I'm expecting we may actually be able to leave this scene and head off toward our next adventure in, give or take, 10 minutes.
That reminds me, he pulled out from his pocket a small bag of coins. He's like, but I was told by Barflo to give this out to you. It's 30 gold for your assistance with another matter, I think.
I thought it was 15.
I thought it was 15 gold each.
I thought it was going to be 45 total.
I did not make notes for that. Did I say it was 15 gold each before? Oh god, what if I did? I just said it was less than that. Oh no, I have no way of verifying any of this. What do I say? What do I say? I got this from Geil'azi.
Oh, Geil'azi.
I'm gonna go find her and straighten this out. Apparently, we're gonna need another hour. So Brooklyn tracks down Geil'azi, who is having a bugbear take down her tent for her. Hey, Geil'azi, I am quite busy here. Is there something that you need?
I'm just a bugbear taking down a tent. Don't mind me.
Okay.
Just thought it might be relevant to say I'm here.
Anyway, Blarflo said that we should be getting 15 gold pieces each, and this is 10 each. I'm sure you must have misheard the amount. Now, unbeknownst to Willie and Harmony, and honestly, myself as the GM, that kind of gaslighting phrase is something that Ferocious Bunny decided is triggering for Brooklyn, because it's something that her controlling mother would have said to her.
At that point, I'm just going to walk away.
Well, alright. That actually wasn't as bad as I expected. I guess the crisis is...
But as I walk away, I'm gonna walk away, but I'm gonna go like back around.
Okay.
And then as I walk around, I want to hit not the Geil'azi, but the other ones, the bugbear that's like tearing down the tent. I want to hit him with Ray of Frost.
What the heck?
Wait, what?
What?
Okay.
It's a cantrip. It probably won't work anyway.
Roll the hit.
Are you stealthily doing this?
No.
Jesus.
Word of advice. If you've lost these two, you've gone too far!
I rolled a 7
Okay.
total. It doesn't.
No, here's the thing though. You cast Ray of Frost, and the icicle sort of lash out from your hand, and the bugbear sees it coming out the corner of his eye, like, what the fuck? Just backs away as ice sticks to the wooden pole supporting the tent. And as you do that, Geil'azi gets up, and everyone in the vicinity stops what they're doing and turns around to stare at you. You get a lot of attention here.
I'm gonna run away as fast as I can.
Okay, you need to roll initiative.
Give me your gold star! Give me your gold star! No! You don't get a gold star when you attack a poor innocent bugbear who's done nothing to you. And before any of you say she misspoke, play back that footage. She specifically said,
I want to hit, not Geil'azi, but the other ones.
what follows is absolute mayhem. The entire clan grabs their weapons, preparing to attack these people who, just the previous night, were celebrated and made honorary members of the clan and were considered friends. And, worse, Brooklyn is standing in the middle of the chaos, and she's last in the initiative order, which means everyone gets to go before her.
We're gonna die. We're all just gonna die. This is horrible. What just happened?
Why did you attack?
Mad. That's what happens when I get mad.
As this horde of creatures rise up to defend one of their leaders, Indra runs in to stand between Brooklyn and the clan and throws down her weapons. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's all take a breath. Yeah, my magic just went a little crazy. I'm young, it happens. Shut up, shut up. I was on the other side of the camp. I'm coming to help. Ah, Stir Dragon Man. Trip, don't. Seeing Torcanimir faceplant in the mud, seeing scores of incensed members of the clan surrounding them, Indra makes a desperate, final attempt to talk their way out of this mess.
So I'm just gonna be like, okay. Brooklyn's sorry. We'll just leave. Torcanimir, give back the gold from today, and we're just gonna go.
And Geil'azi is going to step forward and puts a bit of a smirk on her face now. Like, we welcomed you with open arms into our clan, and this is how you treat us? You attempt to attack us. You attempt to blame us and lie about us.
It was. Oh yeah, sorry, I can't talk.
Please try and talk. I'm just gonna tight my head tighter.
So at this moment, I have to make a decision. On the one hand, these characters are a clear and present danger to Geil'azi. They have attempted to extort her, they have attacked a poor, innocent bugbear who had done nothing to them. But on the other hand, I did accidentally short them on their payment and roll with it in character, so... justified? In the end, the clan allowed them to depart with their lives, banished for all time. This was only session 5, and I didn't really want to TPK over something so ridiculous. That should really be saved for an epic moment, not whatever the hell this was. Not much more happened that was really relevant to this story. I mean, the party went to a nearby town, passed on the news about the foreign army incursion. Then they put a bounty of 100 gold for anyone who murdered Geil'azi. You know, normal things. It's moments like that, and the ones where you have to make a random roll on a table because the players came back to town and they want to know, is the dead? It's moments like those where there's just this gnawing question in the back of your mind. The one that just lingers over everything else. The question of, are we the baddies? At least until you find out in session 24 that she's finally dead. Then you chuckle and forget the whole thing. So what did we learn? I don't really know either. Guess we learned not to do it again. Damned if I know what we did though.